Alright, thank you very much for joining me. This is Gulpain, back again. Just a very quick review of this game that I've played recently, which is Zone of the Enders, the Fist of Mars, which is on the Game Boy Advance, released in sometime in the early 2000s. So this is, when I saw this first, I was like, oh sweet, I love Zone of the Enders because, you know, it's I think it's a Hideo Kojima game. So like this, it's very heavily like story based. And the original PlayStation 2 Zone of the Enders was like one of the first PlayStation 2 games I played, and I loved it, and I really liked it when I was a kid, when I was a teen, and it was absolutely fantastic. But then the second one, then I could not get into the second one at all. I don't know what it was. The story just wasn't there. It was a little different, and there was I even have it on PSVR, Zone of the Enders, the second runner. So the first game was great. The problem with the first game was that it was just too short. It was only like a few hours long. It was more like a demo of a game. You play as the main character in the Jehuti, the orbital frame kind of robot thing, and then you have to go around like a 3D environment. This one on the Game Boy Advance, then they went for the complete opposite. Well, not the complete opposite. They went for a very different approach. So they have like the story, but it's, you know, it's like an RPG kind of a presentation where, you know, the faces of the characters come on the screen with the dialogue at the bottom, and you sort of read it like a novel or a visual novel. And then this is like, it's very strange. I want to say it's a strategy RPG, but it's not even a strategy RPG. It's more like a sort of like a battleship game or something like that, like a board game. The gameplay in this is very, very strange. It's okay, but the presentation is not, I don't know, it could be a lot better, I think. Again, I don't know if they just rush these games out, or, you know, if they're unfinished or whatever, but this one is, I mean, I like Zone of the Enders. I really like Zone of the Enders, the first game, but this one was very difficult to get into, and even like slightly confusing at the time as well, because, you know, I am an experienced strategy RPG player. You know, I've played a lot of strategy RPGs, and it's one of my favorite genres to play. It's just you can't play a lot of them because it takes so long to complete. But this one is quite confusing starting out, but you get the hang of it after a while. There doesn't seem to be a lot to do though, because once you do, like, it's more like I don't want to say an Atari game, but it's more like it's too old-fashioned, the gameplay in this, or the presentation is too old-fashioned to sort of hold my interest. The graphics are nice, the character drawings and all that, and the models and the small pieces of animation are good, but it's just not great. I didn't really enjoy this. I might come back to it again in the future, but as a strategy kind of strategy RPG games go, this is probably not one of the best ones. But like, it is on the Game Boy Advance, so, you know, you do have the limited hardware, so I think all of the, you know, maybe the ideas, they couldn't do them, or I don't know, the developers or whatever. So if you played Zone of the Enders on the Game Boy Advance, and if I'm missing something and I just got this completely wrong, just let me know as well. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.